ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣಪತಿ ಶಾರದಾ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಗುರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಗುರುರ್ವಿಷ್ಣು ಗುರುದೇವೋ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಗುರು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ. A typical worldly minded person. All saints have prescribed a remedy for the common man's attachment to the sensory world. Sree Samartha, in particular, investigated and accurately diagnosed this disease as consisting in the belief that worldly life is pleasurable, whereas it is fundamentally the exact opposite. To effect a cure, however, needs a medical regimen besides correct diagnosis. The medicine must be the one appropriate to the illness. Spirituality will be acceptable to one who finds worldly life rife with misery. A confirmed drunkard squanders all his money and belongings in drink. When not drunk, he thinks quite sensibly about his wife and children and his life in society, but his reason fails to find the way out of the impasse. To forget the tangled situation, he resorts again to drink even more vigorously until eventually he lands in utter ruin. Exactly similar is the situation of the common man with his infatuation for worldly life. He feels charmed when he begins. After some time, he becomes very wearied and loses his zest, and despairing of ever being able to pursue the spiritual quest, again plunges into worldly life until finally he miserably succumbs. One who seeks to inflict harm on others is bad enough, but the world has at least a chance to defend itself. On the other hand, who can help a person who is determined to ruin himself? Isn't it truly suicidal? So too is one who thinks of nothing but the material world and material life. Knowing well they are illusory and transitory, he tries to feel happy with them. He takes it for granted that God has created the world for him to enjoy and gets more and more entangled with it till he comes to his end. Men do the self same things every day without noticing the monotonous repetition, the same eating, the same service or business, the same striving for money, and such other things. The marvel is that they do not feel bored with the monotony. The reason can be either that it is genuinely pleasurable, or that greed and hope have no end. Evidently, the matter is the correct reason. The latter is the correct reason. That is, the hope has no end. Greed and hope simply have no end. Greed and desire are truly insatiable. Is it not surprising that though repeatedly disproved, the idea that worldly life is going to be pleasurable is one to which man fondly and tenaciously clings? One who refuses to take his own experience into account can never learn from wisdom. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಶಾರದೆ ದೇವಿ ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರ ಪುರವಾಸಿನಿ ತ್ವಾಮಹಂ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಯೇ ನಿತ್ಯಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾನಂಚ ದೇಹಿ ಮೇ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.